while I was gone. 716, stand up. Neck on the beat. Let go. With them fly ass chicks who paint them pretty ass lips. With them trap boys out doubling up on bricks. For musicians like myself that was blessed with a glitch. Just to rap with a package, see what it is. Swerving through traffic like I lost control of the whip. Hurt the competition like I ran over these bricks. Double lines mean nothing when you're hugging the bridge. Red light, green light, headlight, beat bright. Superstar life make these lanes hate right. Fabulous flow make the girls sing nice. So rock cups full to the party break light. The car keys going to the cab in sight. On to the next like Jay said, right? Yeah, swag too slick, make a hater wanna bite. Not Alexander boy, but you blinked in my life. So what I gotta prove? Living my lyrics like boy, nothing to lose. And I'm harmful on the mic, hit the beats be bruised. The cat look calm like I never made a move. Squat back on the beat, knock the hammer in his feet. These boys all brittle, tried up fractionalized. I never move cripple cause I got 2 feet. Provided my own means, boy, nobody fed me. The grind is impeccable. I've been chasing decimals. Now it's like me and the money is inseparable. Catch the message that I'm sending to you. Anything is possible if you put your mind to it. I've been through it, but I've been spewed it. Now I feel like a champ, bitch. I'm undisputed. Thought I conquered the whole game. The hustle never been lame. And pretty soon the fuckers don't remember my name.
Well. It's week 1 of the NFL, and we're here, baby. Talk Your Is Tuesday. I got my co-host Ryan Thomas, but he's my arch rival right now. So screw Ryan Thomas and everything that he is about, and that flag behind him. Yeah, I said it. Also got my other co-host Guru in the building. What's going on, Guru?
Hey, loving it.
All
Beautiful day.
right. We got Czar in the house. What's up, Czar?
What it do, man? Pre-game warm-up, baby, is going down. NFL coming up. College just got underway. Let's get it in like Flynn.
Okay, all right. I like the new joint. We got the chocolate girl in the building, Sharon Mullen. What's going on, Sharon? I see you representing hard, baby. Where your towel at?
Oh, you know the towel is always.
I know it's somewhere, baby.
You know the towel is always nearby. The towel is always ready. Always.
How you been?
I was gonna wear it like this, up here like this, but I ain't gonna do all that.
Oh, you ain't gonna do all that. Okay.
Then you won't be able to see my lips, and I want those to be seen.
Oh Lord. Okay. We also got the Buffalo Bills fanatic himself. OG is in the house. What's going on, OG?
What's up, ignorant thinker and everyone out there? What's going on? Ready for week 1?
That's what we're ready for. Week 1. Week 1 trash talk. Let's get it on. Guru, you want to start us off with the trash ass plays, man?
Oh yeah, well that's easy, man. I got 2 in particular. First of all, my man De'Aaron King, and of the Miami Hurricanes. It's one thing to get your ass whipped, and Alabama, they do that to a lot of people. But it's another thing to come out and say you're going to win, and put it out there in the atmosphere, speak it into existence, and then not back it up at all. So he's got to be, along with his teammates who basically just didn't get it done, the coach and everybody else. But and I'm surprised because he seems to be. Some people think he's a pro prospect as far as quarterback is concerned, but obviously not playing like that. So he's number one. Number two on my list is I'm gonna go with ESPN in general. First of all, once again, another shakeup in ESPN. Every time I turn around, it's a shakeup. First Take again has been, I guess, I don't know what, reshuffled, so to speak. I mean, first it was my girl, Carrie Champion, then obviously, Skip Bayless, now Max Kellerman. I've been calling this for weeks because of the way that Stephen A. Smith just been disrespecting the poor man. And obviously, at least he landed on his feet. He obviously is now going to do a show with Jake Williams and Keyshawn Johnson, and they're going to do like a 3-man show, which comes on ESPN, one of those like stations early in the morning. Maybe I think it comes on around 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. A little too early for me, but I do tape everything, so that's going to be the case. Where some people, when they get kicked off a show, ESPN just fires you. So Max, I'm not sure why in this situation he was able to keep a job. Some people say he's gonna go mess up there. Keyshawn and them stuff. I don't think so. Keyshawn's hardcore. I believe he's a California dude, and he don't take no mess. And Keyshawn also, just in all seriousness, obviously lost his daughter not too long ago. So my condolences to him. That's a tragic thing to happen to a parent. They say you never get over it. So I'm always pulling for brothers, and certainly pulling for Keyshawn. But yes, that ESPN in general, I just don't understand what they do and what their rationale is. Because if you have to keep shuffling a show like that, to me it means there's something wrong with the show. And obviously there's one guy there that seems to be constant, and although he's very controversial, and some people like him, some people don't. I'm in the middle. Sometimes I like him. I thought today he made the dumbest, statement when he was talking about my man Jameis Winston. He actually said on the air that other than the year that he went 33, first of all, they couldn't get the facts right. And to me, that's deplorable when you got people in your ear buzzing you, telling you all of the facts. We know that Jameis Winston threw 33 touchdowns. Okay, it wasn't 33 interceptions. He threw 33 touchdowns and 30 interceptions. But then they doubled down on it and said that he threw another 28 interceptions. He never threw 28 interceptions in any other season. In fact, he threw 28 touchdowns in another season. That's why a lot of this Jameis Winston bashing befuddles me, because he actually had some good seasons. 28 touchdowns. I think in that year he might have had 16 interceptions, not 28 touchdowns and 28 interceptions. So if you are a guy that, like I said, on shows like this, we're our own, keeper. If I say something wrong, Czar, he'll check me, or Sharon or somebody else. But they actually have producers in their ear. So it's hard to make a mistake and double down on the mistake. But when you're doing a live show like that and you keep on saying the same wrong, unfactual stuff, it makes you look stupid. So, that's all I have, and I'll leave it at that.
But I mean, I understand where you're coming from with that, because they even have pre-show meetings. Like, they have pre-show meetings. Like, we have a pre-show meeting, but ours is the hour before the show. Theirs is like, if they show start at 8 o'clock, they got to be there 4 in the morning.
Oh, absolutely. It's a long day.
Right. That's why that's some of the stuff I really don't understand, how you mess that. And you got paperwork in front of you. That's another thing I don't understand. Like, you got paperwork in front of you. Right?
Well, I got my iPhone in front of me. I got 2 of them here.
Right. And some people got their laptops. I see Stephen A. Smith. He got his laptop. I got 2 phones.
Sharon got paper in front of her. Don't let her fool you. She don't got all them facts in her head. Sharon got paper on you. She got paper on everybody. Okay. Chocolate Wonder.
Hey, Ron, who you got for your trash ass players, Ron?
I got
Don't you forget it, Guru.
the the college people that name all these schools that put them in order.
NCAA
Yeah.
top 25 schools?
Yeah.
Power 25.
Yeah,
525,
it was very disrespectful. You put Georgia behind Clemson.
Well, I mean, you had to go out there and show up and show out.
Well, we show out, now we got the win.
You won 10-3, Con.
It's a
How many
W.
wins? Wasn't it just one?
It's a W. All that matter is this game, a W.
Don't it take more than one to move
But
somewhere?
it takes for them to disrespect us like that.
Go Atlanta.
Like I was saying, it takes for the disrespectful for what they've been doing. And they say Clemson was this best school out here that would beat Georgia. What happened, Clemson? Y'all did not show up. Oh, by the way, we got 8 sacks on their quarterback. So thank you very much.
Okay. Czar, what's going on, Czar?
Oh, Ron just went there, but I mean, I can bounce off of that. That's where I was going, but specifically not to the ranking system. We the rankings don't mean nothing. Well, it does in college football. It actually does mean something, unfortunately, because the higher you ranked, or if you losing early in the season is when you want to lose because you can get back up there. It's losing late, you get bumped out of the national, championship picture. The rankings actually have too much grip on the outcome of college football. But with that being said, they are rankings. And going into the year, who would have ranked Georgia over Clemson? Nobody. There's no reason you're going to rank Georgia over Clemson going into the season. Give me a reason. Since you're looking at me.
Because they're a better school.
Oh, give me a reason.
Because they got
your opinion, you're from
defense.
Georgia?
Because
you're from Georgia?
Wait a minute. Let me finish, player. Since you went there, I finna go there with you.
Go there.
We got the better defense, and 9 times out of 10, our seniors came back.
So what did they do last year? What did y'all do last year for them to base rankings for them to put you over Clemson?
They didn't do nothing last year.
That's not answering my question. What do you mean they didn't do nothing? I'm asking you, what did Georgia do to deserve a ranking? You still hasn't given me a reason. Well, anyway, let me continue on, Ron. We'll talk about that. So regardless, rankings, the teams are going to move up and down. That's just part of the game. Every week we could talk about someone ranked too high or ranked too low. My trash player is Clemson and their quarterback, because this is the dude.
Say his name.
DJ, I call him DJU. I don't say his last name.
I say DJ Oogie Yaddy Yaddy Yaddy. That's what I call him.
I just call him DJU.
I call him DJ Oogie Yaddy Yaddy Yaddy. He sound like that. He sound like that Megan Thee Stallion song. Yaddy 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 Yaddy.
Body yaddy yaddy. Body yaddy yaddy.
Sound like that Megan Thee Stallion. DJ Yaddy 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 Yaddy.
So this dude, is supposed to be the heir apparent, obviously to Lawrence. He came into play last year when Lawrence got COVID, even though they lost to Notre Dame. He had a great game. It was a high-scoring game. You can't blame him for the loss because the defense gave up like 40, 50 points, whatever the case may be. But this guy is like one of the Heisman hopefuls. Clemson is at home. Now, I'm going to give Georgia credit. Where they're ranked, I'm just saying the rankings were justified. But Georgia went in there and punched them in the mouth on the defensive side of the ball. This dude mustered up 3 points. This is the team that most people think can upset or beat Alabama for the championship. And they put up 3 points in front of their home crowd. This game was in Clemson. That's the fact. What gets to me more, it wasn't in Georgia and it wasn't on a neutral field. It was in Clemson.
It was in North Carolina. What are you talking about?
I thought I wasn't in Clemson. They said it was in Clemson on the college show I was just watching.
No.
So that's more inaccurate on ESPN when you were just talking about. They were just talking about them being the home
Clemson
team.
Was in North Carolina.
That's what they said earlier.
South Carolina.
South Carolina, my fault.
That's what they said earlier. So whatever the case may be, then that does take a sting off if it wasn't on their home field. But to put up 3 points and you're the front runner right there for the Heisman Trophy, number 3 team, and you're supposed to be the team that's unsupplant Alabama. I just think, it's uncalled for. You lose shit, things happen. You can't put up 3 points. I don't give a damn who you are. Trevor Lawrence never put up 3 points, even on a bad day. So I was very disappointed in that. That's not my team, but I expected a much better showing for this dude to finally get the keys to that Ferrari and to put up 3 points. So DJU is what I call him, sort of, my trash ass player.
All right.
Well, let me just say one thing about that. Now, what did JT Daniels do? They put up 3 points too because they scored the other points on a pick
I'm
six.
not high on him like him. I'm high on DJC. I'm not high
well,
on
no. They got JT Daniels as the number one quarterback in
he beat him in high school though. JT beat him in high school.
Well, it's not high school no more.
Look,
No, I'm just saying.
I would say this. Both
brought
of
him
the
up, I'm just saying.
quarterbacks did not do nothing. It was a defensive game.
Let's acknowledge that as well.
Oh, yeah.
It was
see,
a really
Guru, I'm with you, but I'm just saying I'm higher on DJ. I'm not high on this Daniels kid. Just because they're high on him, I expected that.
I agree with you, Czar. We're not in disagreement. I thought DJ played terrible, but I also would say this. One of the things that really bothered me about his performance is that the announcers kept bringing to our attention that the running game for him was wide open. And that's something that his, Dabo or Scooby-Doo, as I call him, nobody made that adjustment as far as him in the backfield in terms of him, taking the ball and running it. So that would have been your out for him. So I attribute that to just lousy coaching. Okay. So, and if you looked at that game, that was there all day long. And for whatever reason, he was reluctant. He might have ran the ball maybe 2 or 3 times the whole game.
Right.
So, we're not in disagreement, bro.
Right.
Go ahead, Dennis.
So Sharon, Chocolate Girl, how you doing?
I'm all right.
All right. Now, who is your trash ass player?
All right. Well, I'm gonna offer a little twist on this whole let's celebrate Georgia and bash Clemson talk. I'm gonna put a little rain on your parade a little bit, Ron.
Oh shit.
Because my trash ass player is the whole offense of Georgia. And let me tell you why. As vicious and hellacious as their defense was, why was the score only 10-3? 10-3? Y'all only won by 1 touchdown, 10-3. So while the defense did their job and held Clemson to 3 points and sacked the quarterback 7 times, what the hell was your offense doing? Y'all should have run up more points than 10.
No,
and I really don't give a damn who was playing. I don't care if anybody was hurt. I don't care. The way that they looked, their offense looked horrible. The defense shut them down. Y'all defense shut them down. So what was your offense doing when they got on the field?
I just said the quarterback did not do nothing, right? I just said it, right?
I didn't say you didn't say it.
They needed Rosen.
What did they do? That's what I'm asking you. What the hell was wrong with them? And
They
if you
did not do
agree,
nothing.
if you agree that he didn't do nothing, then you must agree that they trash ass too, and you should have had them on your list.
Right.
Because while their defense did great, your offense did not capitalize on what the defense was doing at all.
Sharon,
Y'all probably should
now
have
you
scored
really think he was
21
going to
points
put
on
Georgia as a trash ass player, Sharon?
I know that.
Only if they was Tennessee.
I didn't say I expected him to.
No, wait, hold on.
I'm just
only if
telling
they
him
Tennessee,
he should have.
he did that to Tennessee.
No.
Or if it was Temple or the Eagles or the Sixers, anything Philly, he'd have been. Oh, you only put up 10 points. So how good did you really do?
No. You're not.
But what is your see? We finna get in your ass today, player. Finna get in your ass today.
Tonight, player.
Oh no, we doing it tonight.
At the end of the day, I am a realist, and I
but you ain't being real right now. You take the R out. You being the illest.
Hey, I'm at Arsenio Hall in the barbershop.
Hold it, Czar. That's fine, Ron. You can call it like you see it, but you missed one. So while you were celebrating your defense and mad at the people for the rankings, you should have included your offense on the trash ass player list. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
That's all. That's my only observation. That's all I'm saying.
Treat them
Because
like
I'm
they Philly.
sorry,
That's all I'm saying.
because you're right. Because you're right. Your defense kicked ass. Y'all sacked them 7 times.
7 times.
He couldn't even get in rhythm long enough.
Oh, Georgia got a hell of a defense.
Clemson's quarterback looked like he was lost and confused by being sacked 7 times. That was part of the problem. Yeah, by the time the offense got on there, they were so fresh and ready to go. They should have been able to run them. They should have scored at least 21 points on them. It should have been at least 21-3.
I'm mad at the offense.
I was like, I'm sitting there, I keep flipping between games and I'm checking back and I'm like, y'all only got 10. Y'all only got 10.
Right. I'm with you on
and
that.
I look back again, they still had 10. Then they still had 10. I'm like, what? So anyway, trash to me. They should have capitalized on that.
Right.
But I believe that's the offensive coordinator's issue to resolve on that. Right. Can I give you some more, or do I just do one at a time?
No, you go ahead.
Okay, since I'm on the road, then I'm gonna go with this one, the Colorado Rockies. I know we don't talk a lot of Major League Baseball, but I am following it. And I'm pissed at the Colorado Rockies because they didn't beat the San Francisco Giants. They let them Giants get away beating them 10-5. They had one freaking job. That was to beat the damn Giants. I want my Dodgers in first. Fuck them Giants. Y'all should have killed them damn Giants. But y'all let them, I mean, they had them. They could have won that game easily. So trash Colorado. I don't even like the whole state of Colorado anyway.
You damn sure don't. You don't like nothing about
that
Colorado.
whole state, you can do them in Texas. Sorry, OG. But them in Texas can just go
like
to Mexico.
Texas. I like Texas.
Oh no, I don't want no part of Texas. And then we're gonna go on to Jamar Chase, Cincinnati Bengals rookie. Sir drops a lot.
Oh shit! Say it again. Say it again. Say it again.
Sir drops a lot.
Sir drops a lot.
That was the one thing. That was the one negative thing they said about him when he was in the draft. He has a hard time holding on to the ball. That was the very first negative thing that I saw written about him in the draft preview. So for his whole career, I'm watching how his hands are. And you're a wide receiver, you got to have hands. Okay. Not only do you have to see, not only do you have to be able to cut, not only do you have to have speed, but you got to have hands. You ain't got no hands, then what the hell are you wide receiver for?
You might just be a defensive back. He got hands like feet. Hands like feet.
Something. And he dropped 4 out of 5 targets. 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5. No, I'm sorry. You trash. You were trash this week. You better improve that, rookie. Just because you were a rookie and you went high in the draft and everybody knows your name in Cincinnati don't mean nothing. Them people in Cincinnati don't care. The Bengals ain't never been worth nothing, and they will just get rid of you just as soon as look at you. You better get it together. Houston Texans, named Tyrod Taylor the starter. The lengths that they will go through to discredit Deshaun Watson is just amazing to me. And for anybody watching what's going on down in Houston that don't realize what they're doing, shame on you. Because you just either don't understand, like there's something missing up here, you just can't process or understand it, or you don't want to, so you hiding behind something, hiding from the truth and in denial. It's disgusting what they're doing to this man and the way they're doing it. We're talking Tyrod Taylor versus Deshaun Watson. And I'm speaking as an original Tyrod Taylor fan. Way back to the Buffalo days, Tyrod Taylor. I like Tyrod Taylor as a player. I think he was ruined by some coaches over there on the East Coast before he went out west. And now it's just, he's pretty much a pedestrian now. But they named him the starter.
That's good.
Okay. Done with the Texans. Hate them anyway. Last but certainly not least, I would be remiss if I didn't bring up this story. But ex-NFL players, Clinton Portis, who I never liked, Tamarick Vanover, and Robert McCune pleaded guilty for their roles in the nationwide healthcare fraud scheme.
Mm-hmm.
They could face years in prison. So Portis, all three of them admitted to defrauding the NFL program set up to reimburse medical expenses that's not covered by their insurance for retired players and their families. They admitted that they were guilty and that they did this. This is 13 counts of healthcare fraud, 11 counts of wire fraud, and 3 counts of aggravated identity theft that these dumbasses committed. And there are people in this country that need medical treatment. And even with health care, they can't afford it. And these bastards have means and had nerve to commit fraud. They orchestrated a scheme that resulted in approximately $2.9 million.
That's all?
Worth of false and fraudulent claims being filed and $2.5 million paid out. So they filed for $2.5 million.
0.4 is missing.
They applied for $2.9 million. They got $2.5 million. So it could have been $4 million worse. I mean, not $4 million, but $400,000 worse.
Quarter of a million.
But it wasn't.
Dumbasses.
My thing is, that's privilege to me. Give a damn what color they are, that's privilege. Because like I said, there are people out here who cannot afford certain treatment, and some of them even have health insurance, but can't afford the deductible or whatever. Credit getting all screwed up, having to file bankruptcy because of outstanding medical bills. And these MFers decided that they're going to defraud somebody, and they have millions of dollars. Trash. They trash ass players every week from here on out. Every week. They just on there permanently. And I'm being real personal and emotional about it because this type of shit affects me. There's a whole bunch of shit treatment I had to get late because I couldn't afford it. I didn't commit no fraud. I could have been dead 4 damn times. Never committed fraud. But these bastards just did it on a humble just because they could. I never liked Clinton Portis. I always thought he was a bum and an ass, and this just proves it anyway. So they trash. They trash. Their wives are trash. Their kids trash. Their mama's trash. Everybody associated with them in this situation is trash as far as I'm concerned.
Lord,
just to say something about Clinton Portis, I believe, if memory serves me correct, he was on the Washington Redskins pre and post game show just recently. And what it tells you, because Sharon said 2.9 million, that's not a lot of money, to be honest. I mean, it's
not a lot of money to them.
No. What I'm saying,
I'm just saying,
when you have made 5 or 10 or 15 million dollars in your
that's
career,
what I'm saying.
That is not a lot of money.
Right. And that's exactly what my point was, Guru. That's exactly my point.
So what I'm saying is, it just shows you how money is the root to all evil, because here are people who had money, as Sharon indicated, who had means, and for a mere 2.9 million are now going to be facing what could be federal, charges. And
hell yeah.
And that's not a day on the beach. Let's be honest. So great story, Sharon. I didn't even hear about it, but that's the great thing about this show. We all come together as a family, and we put out stuff there. But just saying one more thing, your boy Will Lombardi, wanted to be a Lombard, however he says last name. My apology. Yeah, he said, about Pittsburgh in terms of TJ Watt and that you better put, the Steelers on there. But my thing is, not to jump you because I know you're the real Steeler fan, not myself, but historically the Steelers have never caved in to giving people money. So why should they cave in to TJ Watt? He ain't Jack Lambert.
And they don't give a damn about linebackers. They grow linebackers like motherfuckers grow grass.
Like weeds.
They don't give a damn about linebackers.
And let me just make
He jumping the gun.
Let me make one more
deal
point.
with that later on.
Let me make one more point. Is that he was stripped of his captaincy because during the exhibition he was not even going through the team drills. He was just like on the side. Oh, I don't want to get hurt, like a coward. Okay, so to me that shows no leadership, and I personally wouldn't pay him, early, so to speak. Do your contract, or certainly live up to it, and then in the off season, hey, they do what they got to do. Why should TJ Watt be any damn different? I mean, but that's just me. But I'm not a Steeler fan, so.
Yeah,
go ahead, y'all.
All right, but let me address that.
Okay.
One of the reasons why I did not put them on neither my trash ass or my certified list that's upcoming is because I need to read more about it. Okay, to answer your question, Will. And I know he's trying to say that just because of what I said to Brian. That's fine. You can say that if you want to, that I need to put Steelers on my trash. No, I don't, because I need to read more about what's happening. I don't like to give an opinion based on all this crap that I see on social media, because half the people that report shit don't know shit. And I just don't chase after stories like that. And especially when it comes to my team, I have certain other places I go to get my information that's not necessarily put or posted anywhere. And I haven't had a chance to talk to those individuals yet. And since I haven't, I was not going to comment about that or put them on that list, because I'm not sure if all the reasons that's being reported or if all the things that are being put out there about him or the team are even accurate. That's all I'm going to say about that. So say what you want, but that's the reason why, Will, I did not put them on my trash ass players list.
I gotta get one of the motion cameras Guru got. That motherfucker moving camera move and shit. But OG,
yo,
OG, we glad to have you on the show, baby. Do you have any trash ass players?
Not really, man. But I think I watched one football game this weekend. That was the Penn State and was that Wisconsin? And what's his name? Graham Mertz. I guess it's the quarterback of Wisconsin. He had trouble trying to get that ball in, man. Threw 2 interceptions. I thought that was kind of like thought he was having a meltdown. I thought the dude was going to really get it in. But unfortunately, Penn State defense came up twice, big, intercepting twice. So, it was a good game, man. I'm not really a college fan. Yeah, I'm really not a college fan, but it came on TV. Penn State had all that trouble in the past. They got some new coaches over there, so it was interesting. So, but I'd say Graham Mertz was my trash ass player.
Well, one thing we always know about Penn State, they are known for their goal line stances. That's the one thing you can say about Penn State. I don't know what it is that they do differently than everybody else. Them goal line stance, they is known for them. So, my trash ass player, because I was excited to watch football on Thursday. So, they got that quarterback in North Carolina that everybody thinks is the next great white hype. Sam Howell. I call him Big Face Sam. But he was out there looking like garbage juice, as Ryan would say. Garbage juice. That's how he was out there looking like. Everybody want to say, oh, then you can't say that his offensive line was terrible. His offensive line was doing what they could do, all right? Virginia Tech just came out there, and they played that goddamn Sandman music, and they went in there and whooped North Carolina ass. That's just what they did. So that's my one trash ass player. My next trash ass player is the quarterback from LSU. This motherfucker just ran, turned around, and threw the ball backwards. I ain't never seen no shit like this Like, you know how you trying to steal something from the store and they like, give it back. And somebody hit you with a long stick. Wow, you just throw it back. Ah, here you go. Ah, like that's how he threw them. I'm like, there you go. Ah. I said, what the fuck is? Who the fuck you learn that? This ain't no fundamentals and no shit like that. So who the fuck was you thought? Man, it just threw me off. I was like, and this is your starting quarterback? This is the guy that you want to lead your team that's supposed to be the promised land? I'd have benched his ass right after that. I don't care what they would say to me. I'd have benched his ass right after that. Ain't no way in hell I'd have had him kept going with that. I seen it. I was like, what in the hell? I couldn't believe it. It was just.
That was another pitiful performance. They're like UCLA beat them. That's crazy.
Hey man, listen. I told y'all. I said this back in July. Dominique Thompson Robinson. Dorian Thompson Robinson. I've been saying his name back in July. People laughed at me. We'll see who's laughing last. That's all I'm gonna say.
Did you see him last week?
Yeah, last week he looked like trash, but he woke up this week.
All right.
It's a week to week award. You gotta remember that, Guru.
You know, I love my black quarterbacks. I was a little worried last week.
Last week,
I don't expect much out of
them running backs look even better.
Much out of him this year, but we'll see.
Yeah, I'm ready for these certified players. You got your certified players, sir?
Yeah, I get my first one. I mean, OG went there again. You know, they let me pencil in on my boys. You know, he gave his trash ass on the other side of the ball. You know, with the two red zone interceptions, especially the first one, because these idiots, they were at the 2-yard line, and the next play they fumbled the ball on I don't know if it was him or the running back. So then they back at the 8-yard line, and once that happened, it was cookies. Our secondary is like the strength of our team, and and he threw that pick. And I think after that interception, he couldn't run the clock out. That's one thing I do hate about all teams. You just run the ball 3 straight plays, dude, and get a ball back. You can lose. I hate that. Play your football game. And we did that. They got the ball back, and I'm sitting there again like, damn, now we got to stop him again because we did 3 conservative ass plays. But again, he bailed us out. I mean, defense played great, but that last interception was terrible.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to give my defense credit for that last one. It was just a terrible throw. And, but hey, that's who, when you win and when the defense does it, that's when, it was when you lose. So I would just worry about my. Go ahead. Was that
number 1 that intercepted the last one?
The second one. And he's a first team, a Big Ten preseason All-American, so he's supposed to be really good. Sophomore. But just the Penn State in general, so it gets deeper for me because you brought up the stuff we went through with the coaches and the Sandusky stuff. I hate saying that dude's name, and it took us a while to get back going. But James Franklin, who I think is a good coach, but this dude was 0-12 against top 15 teams on the road. And so going in, first game of the year in a hostile environment, I think Wisconsin was ranked 10. Some polls, they were 11. Again, this ranking. So, yeah, right. But anyway, hostile environment. And Sharon knows Wisconsin well. She's a Big Ten representative. And, that was a big game that we scheduled, first game of the year. I'm like, whoa. And we went in there and we did what we did, So I was proud, that he got his first win. And I'm hoping that monkey off his back, let's see where we go with it. We ain't going to win a championship. I don't believe we're good enough. But I think we can challenge, Ohio State's the front runner over there, but I think we can challenge them, or at least, on our side of the division, because there's the A and B side of the conference that's so big now. They've broken down into 2 divisions. But yeah, props to my team for doing that on the road, man. It was a big win. So I was proud.
Hey, Czar, I got a question for you. Y'all think y'all can beat Michigan?
Oh, I'm on the team I'm worried. Well, I ain't gonna say only team because the Big Ten is hard, but Ohio State is always our Achilles heel. We're gonna smash Michigan.
I asked for him. Yeah,
we're gonna smash Michigan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
They look like they got a quarterback now. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, we're gonna see.
No. That
But
quarterback not that
let me
good.
see what you got, Ryan. What you got for the certified, Ryan?
I got Adam Pac-Man Jones.
Certified.
You put Pac-Man Jones as certified?
Can I finish?
I knew it wasn't
Because
gonna
he
say.
adapt his best friend kids, Chris
Yep.
Henry.
Oh, okay.
Chris Henry.
After his
Oh, dude. Okay, I mean,
That's the one that went outside to go chase his wife, and when he went, I think he jumped on the car and he died that way.
So
back with a
I
truck or
He used
something.
to be the wide receiver for the Bengals, number
right.
15. If you don't know, Pac-Man
Yeah.
Jones and Chris Henry both went to Western Virginia.
Both went to the same college.
Western Virginia.
And so I think that
That's France.
I give that man mad props. Because if you to adopt your best friend kids, that be up in my book right there.
Shout out to Club
I,
Shay Shay for getting that interview for
I
us.
mean,
Shout out to that.
I posted that somewhere. I don't remember where I posted it. And the reason why I posted it is because, I don't have a love affair with Pac-Man Jones. I really can't stand him. So when I saw the interview, I was struck by it and the emotion that he exuded when he was talking about the fact that
yeah,
he adopted those children. And it was like a no-brainer.
yeah.
And he's tight with their mother, and his, you could tell there's no shenanigans with that. He's just there for the love of Chris and his kids.
All right.
And I mean, love him or hate him as for whatever he did and all the rest of the crap that he
Right.
said, even the fact that he called the Steelers the dirtiest team in football, which is bullshit. Yes, he said that. I didn't agree with that, but I still have to give the man credit where
For that.
credit is due.
Right.
And
That
need to take over anybody's children, take responsibility for anybody's children. It takes a
that
special kind of person, no
that's
matter
special
your
right there.
financial situation. There were people in the comments commenting, well, he's got NFL money. He ain't doing nothing. He got NFL money. It's easy for him to do that. No, it's not.
No,
It's
not
a
not
whole different ball game. And for people to be that shallow, negative, and just ignorant to make that statement is just ridiculous. And I agree
Damn,
with you, Ron.
I didn't know that. That's good shit.
yeah.
I
I'm
just think
about to check the interview out,
that's
dude.
good.
I send
Yeah,
it to you.
That's
it's
one
a
of
Club Shay Shay
the
interview.
Club Shay Shay.
Right.
You gonna like that one. Oh, you gonna like
I
that.
mean, he was almost crying when he said that.
Almost. He choked up a little.
Yeah. So
That's a lot from Pac-Man Jones. So
Oh yeah, Mr. Club, yeah,
I
back
know
in the
what you're
day.
gonna say. I know what you're gonna
yeah,
say. Go.
him.
Ryan, you got any more?
Yeah, I ain't gonna say it.
that the one I did had it not up there. So
Okay. All right.
after that, I erased everything else. I said forget it.
Okay. Well, Sharon, do you have any?
Yeah, I do. Um, as Zara mentioned, I am a Big Ten chick, and I represent my Michigan State Spartans hard. So shout out to Michigan State. They won their game against Northwestern. We were not expected to beat Northwestern.
Mm.
They really did not. People were saying we were going to lose to Northwestern. I said, okay, because Northwestern has come around. Their football program has really come forward a lot. So we beat them 38-21, and I felt good about that. Second, I did also have the Nittany Lions on my list, Penn State, for that game with Wisconsin, because I really thought Wisconsin was going to beat Penn State. They played a really, really good game on both sides of the ball. They really did. And for me to give credit to Penn State, I can't stand Penn State.
He was definitely
Don't even
talking.
want them to be in the Big Ten. They shouldn't even be in
Yeah.
the Big Ten.
Yeah, I agree with you.
We should have never even let them in. But I have to give credit where it's due. Like I said, I really do try to be an unbiased reviewer of sports. I really do. And I love football. I love the game of football. And just watching it, it was just a really good game itself, despite who was playing. So I gave props to Penn State. I also wanted to give props to Bill Belichick. Yes, he's another person I don't really like. I can't stand the Patriots. But the fact after they cut Cam, every time he was interviewed, and you could tell the reporters were trying to get him to say just a little bit of something negative about Cam, he wouldn't do it. He wouldn't do it. He shot it down. Every time he shot it down. They did a story with him, and he said, look, I have nothing but he had nothing but good things to say about Cam and his leadership and how the other players felt about him. He did not say this part specifically, but someone who was watching his interview and they did a story said that what Belichick was trying to shoot down was the reports that somebody else came out with saying that the players really wanted Mac Jones to be the starting quarterback instead of Cam. And what this other guy was saying is that's not true. And that's the reason why Belichick felt like he had to say the things that he said to support Cam. Cam is his dude. And he wanted everyone to understand that this cutting had nothing to do with not respecting or liking Cam or thinking Cam wasn't taking the game seriously enough or any of that. That's what I read. That's what the guy was talking about. And I watched and listened to Bill. Bill is one of those people you have to not only pay attention to what he says, but what he doesn't say. And I agree with this guy that that's what Bill was trying to do. So I'm gonna give him his propers for that. And the last thing is the Kansas City Royals Salvador Perez. You know, the Royals are many games back. They're not going anywhere. But this dude has been playing lights out, making watching the Kansas City Royals must see TV practically. I mean, dude has been hitting up some stuff. He's second behind what's his name? Otani. Otani has the most hits. He's second. No one knows that. Nobody cares who's second, right? Well, when you behind Otani and your team is not even gonna make it to the playoffs or whatever, but you're playing that well, you deserve to be mentioned as a certified player. So I'm mentioning them. So shout out to Salvador Perez. And that's it.
Okay. Guru.
All right, I got my man Bryce Young, quarterback of Alabama, 27 for 38, 344 yards, 4 TDs, passed all of them. Tua, Hurts, Mac and Cheese, you name it. You know, in terms of his first, I guess start as an Alabama quarterback, because I think he was in about 4 or 5 games last year in some mop-up duty. So kudos to that young man. Speaking of the black quarterback, we coming. We coming. So I was
here already.
Well, there's only 9 starting NFL quarterbacks that are African American right now. So we still got a ways to go. I believe only 2 of us have ever won a Super Bowl, Doug Williams and I believe the kid from Seattle. So no,
wait. Don't forget about the half of black kid, Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, there you go. You're right. So that's 3, and I don't consider them half. If you got a quarter, and
if it's in black, you, it's in you. That's what they tell us.
Absolutely. Now you can
you taint it. They say, right?
hey, slavery days was a bitch. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. What it is. So I'm gonna give it to little Bryce. And I hear he's got a little pro prospect him. So we'll see what happens. These things are very flippant. So yeah, I like Bryce Young. I'm just gonna go back, just a little bit, with that Pac-Man Jones situation, because when I heard that people were saying that, oh, he got NFL money. First of all, Pac-Man Jones probably spent more money fighting lawyers and cases than anybody. But to take on the responsibility of someone's kid. Now I remember when my daughter was in college, one of her newly best friends at that time, she her mother and her father died, and one of the things that I did was she needed $1,000 to remain in school, and I gave her that, and that was just $1,000. So to this day, she always calls me dad, and but to take on the responsibility, I didn't take on the responsibility. I just felt so bad for the young lady because she had lost two of the most important people in her life. And my daughter was such, sort of like an introvert. And this girl was like her best friend. And I felt like, I had to do what I had to do, because, I just felt, for my daughter's sake that, she had to, that it was the right thing to do. And that's just a little piece. This man is taking on a responsibility of raising kids.
All right.
Do you know how much it costs to raise kids? Do you know what you have to invest in terms of time and taking kids to gymnastics practice or basketball or baseball or football or whatever? I mean, it's like some people on the internet are just so goddamn ignorant. It's just it's getting really pathetic, man. How do you question somebody who does something like that, man? Right. That man should be applauded. And even to take it even further, it just shows you how you could have a perception of somebody because of what the media puts out, and probably some of it is probably, his own fault, with the stripper situation and having the entourage. But that doesn't mean that you can't redeem yourself. That doesn't mean that you don't have better days ahead of you. Some people go to jail and come out and make good of themselves. Some people kill people and come out and do wonderful things. There's only one person that you got to really answer to. That's the man upstairs, from what I hear. Okay. So, it's really getting sad because, instead of people trying to help one another, it seems like more people are willing to just hurt one another. Even with that whole Cam Newton situation with the guy, I can't think of his name. He's a former Patriot, player.
Oh, yeah, fuck him.
Vukovic.
Nicolaj, whatever. Fuck him.
Right.
He was on my trash ass player list last week.
Yeah, he keeps saying that, Mac Jones this, you know what? The great thing about the world, and I'm so looking forward to the football season, even though to me the college football season got off to an auspicious start because in spite of Ron, doing a Indian dance, that boring ass Georgia Clemson game put me to sleep. Okay, that shit put me to sleep. I'm sorry, and I'm a guy. I'm older than just about maybe. I don't know OG. I don't know the OG age, but I'm older than everybody else on this damn panel.
51.
So I know from the steel curtain. I know from the Dallas Doomsday defense. I've seen defense my whole damn life. Okay, but for some reason, sports in general, it seems like it attracts people on the offense. That's why they keep changing the game to make it so offensively, gifted. Okay, changing all of the rules in terms of what the cornerbacks can do. Can't touch the quarterback. And basketball, you can't check. So there's a reason for that. But so let's just keep it real. But as far as I'm concerned, but like I said, that was, I can't wait to see what happens with New England. Do they make the playoffs? Was this the right move? Because we'll find out. As long as I can live and breathe and get to that Sunday and not choke on my chicken wings, we're going to find out how good mac and cheese really is. Because all I seen him do is play against second stringers and third stringers, throw the ball 50 times and put up one damn touchdown and throw the ball 50 times. Well, Cam Newton basically threw the ball, a third of that and had the same sort of production, didn't run, which is his, his mainstay. And mac and cheese against the Giants got sacked 4 times. And then, like I said, last week on the Wednesday, I didn't even notice when they were talking about this great performance he did against the Giant defense. There's no tackling. So they play 2-hand touch and they're raving about 2-hand touch. Come on, man. So, all these, the Vinkovich or whatever his name is, all these people, man, they got an agenda, man. And I'm just so glad that I get to come here on Tuesdays and on Ian's show and occasionally on my show and get our, perspective out there. Because mainstream media, it's something else, man. It's something else. That's all I got to say.
Shout out to the sports angle. But what do you, OG?
Yo,
Certified player, baby. Who you got for me? How you like
my
it,
my certified player is our cousin Ron, is Joe Mixon. He just made captain for the Bengals this year.
Oh,
So we just got the news. We just got the news yesterday that they put him he sent a text to his mom.
You said that's your cousin?
That's
Yeah.
a redemption. That's a redemption
Joe
story
Mixon.
right there. That's a
And
redemption story.
Joe Mixon been in some trouble.
He been in a lot of trouble.
A lot of trouble. So he punched his young lady out in Oklahoma. So, not gonna go into that, but he did that.
Yeah.
And he was very sorry beyond that.
Welcome to Talk U.S. This is where you talk U.S.
Yeah,
Hey, OG,
he's really.
OG, I think you'd be surprised how I feel about that situation.
Oh yeah, we all.
We can talk about it after dark.
Okay, but I'm very happy because he's really have changed. He's really doing well, man, and I was so proud to hear that he was made captain of the Cincinnati Bengals. He's one of the captains, so I was real happy to hear that. So redemption in his life has really come upon his life. So I'm just giving a shout out to him. Even though I'm a Buffalo Bill fan, but I root for him as a player. So, but that's my certified player is Joe Mixon. He has come a long way, man. And you'll hear a little bit more stories about it during this NFL season, what he did, what had occurred. But he has proven that hey, it was a mistake.
Yeah.
It was wrong, and we all agreed that it was wrong.
Right.
So I'm glad that he was forgiven. So yeah, my certified player is my cousin Joe Mixon for the Cincinnati Bengals, number 28, running back. Go, Joe.
I ain't say I thought he was wrong.
Hey, let me say this. The reason why I say it was wrong, you don't.
Did I
hit
say
no
that
woman.
out loud? I did. Okay.
Well, you don't hit no woman. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm.
that was wrong. That's what we're talking about. And he's raised by his mom, by a single parent, so he know well he ain't supposed to be doing.
I guess
But,
it's my turn.
now all of us not like that now.
Yeah. I guess it's my turn to tell about my certified player. I want to give a shout out to the swag. I want to make sure I say it right. The swag, FAMU, and Jackson State. They put on a pretty good game this Sunday. Jackson State got the win, but they had a pretty good game that they put on this Sunday, and I liked it. It was real big for the things that are coming with the HBCU schools. I was happy for that. I also want to give a shout out to my Tennessee Volunteers for coming through and beating Bowling Green. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I felt good about it. We put up 38 points on them. Yeah,
Bowling Green.
Like my cousin say, Dennis, never heard of them.
Yeah, I know you would say that. Yeah, we play y'all eventually. That's all. Just know that. We got a quarterback up. We got a quarterback up and coming, so we play y'all eventually. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But those are my certified players. Does anybody got anything in the comments?
I got them. You want me to read them?
Yes.
It's a whole lot of comments. We got to do better about pausing for these comments again. Like
that's all right. We got time. It's 9:00. Like I thought.
All right.
I thought that this joint be over by 9:00.
So Will Bombard said, "What up, ladies and gentlemen?" And then when I said that Georgia was on my trash ass player list for their offense, she said Georgia whole offense. Yes. And then he said they needed Rosen, taking a shot at Ron. Talking about Josh Rosen. And Willa Bombard said, get his ass, Dennis Holmes. So get his ass, Dennis Holmes. And he said she better say Pittsburgh and them not paying TJ Watt and letting him sit before a huge AFC matchup. I already addressed that. Jade, what's up, Jade? Jade said, hey. Jonathan Benton said, speak on Sharon. I guess when I was talking about the whole Clinton Portis issue. Jay Jones said, what up, y'all? Willa Bombard said, Texans just signed Amendola right now.
The wide
I guess
receiver.
that's, I guess that's breaking news. Yeah, the Texans signed Amendola.
Oh,
I
I
forgot
said
his
at
first
the
name. What was his first name? I forgot.
bottom.
I can't
I-
remember. Then Jay said, thank you for saying that. And Will said, same Miss Sharon. Right before my surgery and after, I still have a few bills coming in for copay stuff. I'm telling you, this medical treatment thing ain't no joke. Ricky Bobby said, how you really feel, Miss Sharon? Oh, I like that. I feel like that, Ricky Bobby. I'm serious. The love of money is the root of all evil. Money isn't inherently evil. That's what Ricky Bobby said. Then Willa Bomber said, no, I'm just surprised that they're playing this game with a guy of that caliber. He's a great player. Pay that man. He's talking about TJ Watt. I agree they should pay him. But like I said, I don't know what the issues are yet. And then Walimu Owusu Clark said, I need to tell y'all this. Matt Ryan is the best quarterback the Falcons ever had.
Child.
I laughed at that. Then Jade Alinsky said, I've been fighting since 2009. No insurance is a bad thing. $400 to see the doctor, $700 for injections, and then infusion started, and it was $900. Then I had found out none of them was helping me. So I feel so bad for people that can't get insurance. And I was like, yeah. And then Colt Blake Allgrove said the Bucks are going 20-0.
Child, please.
Child.
See this? And I said, what's up to Will? Will said, because he took in Chris Henry's kids. That's a class act. And Josh Bailey said, what up, OG? Chuck Thomas said, Sharon all dressed up. And then put Bill's Mafia. Man, I'm gonna get you. Maurice, shout out to Maurice, Donovan Samuels. Maurice, he's disguised as Maurice, said, hello, I heard y'all had a really cool podcast, so I decided to listen in.
Thanks, Donovan.
Chuck said, shout out to Big Ten Chicks. Woo! And Josh Bailey said, if you think this show is good, check out Stay Tuned. I see you, Josh.
Plug it, Josh. Plug it.
Plug it, Josh. Snake Dog.
Ricky Bobby said, how about UCLA handling LSU? Well, we all thought that was crazy.
Yeah, shout out to my boy.
Nobody expected LSU to lose, so
I did.
Maurice Samuel said, oh, I heard of it. I thought it was called Doug's Show. Talking about Stay Tuned. Wait a minute. Josh Bailey said, wait a minute. Josh Bailey said, I own Doug. I'm like, okay.
West Side Connection.
Buck Flair said, woo, I'm blind. Sharon Mullen has an outfit on that I've never seen in a long time. Ricky Bobby said, Perez is a beast, yo. I brought this up last week. Yeah, he did. Buck Flair said, Dennis, you got an Oklahoma hat?
No. You talking about Oklahoma? No.
Marie said, Dennis Holmes broadcasting live from center field at Wrigley Field. That's what it looked like in the background. Ricky Bobby said Salvi was in the home run derby too, broke the record of number of home runs in the first round of the derby. I think it was 28, but unfortunately he was up against another beast in the first round. And then I responded to Buck Flair, you rarely see me with a hat on, but I've worn this jersey quite a few times. Deborah Beatty said, who do y'all have week 1 for fantasy? And William Michalowski Jr. said, good evening, one and all. Rob Nikovich. I don't know who that is. And
that's the guy for the Patriots.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the dude that made that comment. And then he said, actually, I love this. Sorry, I like low-scoring games in sports. I guess he was talking about what Guru said about that Georgia Clemson game was boring. And he said he loved it. And then he said, I think, then William Michalowski said, I think Cam has been overhyped since Auburn, to be honest. Maurice Samuel said, preach, Guru. And I said, Cam Newton had a record-setting rookie year at Carolina. So do you mean he was overhyped in college and then skip his rookie season and then overhyped again? Or what? What you saying? And then He said, I never thought he was all that. It was Panthers defense which got them to the Super Bowl. And Czar said, oh, it wasn't his MVP that did it. And Ricky Bobby said, good point, but I'm wondering how long does a team need to wait for that kind of year again? And then
we asked the
Guru
Jets and
said,
Sam Darnold.
Mr. Hargrove said, William Mikulowski Jr., I totally disagree. I always thought the Panthers defense was so overrated. I agree. And Cam did it with sorry ass weapons, but that's me. I agree with you.
Ken Winslow.
And Jonathan Benton said that JSU defense, though. And William Mikulowski said that's fine. To be honest, NCAA fake football needs a better playoff system. Jay said, hey to me. And then mark it down, Buccaneers lose first playoff game. That's what William Mikulowski said. By the way, prayers go out to Sam Cunningham's family. He passed on today. I'm going to mention
Randall
that next.
Cunningham's older brother?
No.
Yes.
I think he was.
Yep.
Yeah. And Randall's, that's what he said. Randall's older brother. Dennis at the Field of Dreams cornfield, Willa Bombard said. And that's it. That's all the comments. Can I add to that? Because I had a list of prayers needed. One was for the family of Sam Bam Cunningham, because yes, he did pass away today. He was 71 years old. And for those that don't know, it was his play on USC against Alabama that caused Southern college football teams to integrate football because of how much he dominated them in that game when he went down to Alabama and kicked them in the mouth. And so they decided to get some black players on their teams in the South. He was responsible for that. And he went on to be a great New England Patriots player. So rest in peace to him. Todd McShay, the sports reporter.
Mm-hmm.
Have y'all been hearing what's been going on with him?
He's taking a leave of absence.
He's taking a leave of absence. He was broadcasting and he looked really swollen. And they said that it seemed like his words were skipping or slurring or something. So he's taking a leave of absence. Nobody really knows what's going on with him. So wish him well. And former NBA player Cedric Ceballos in the hospital fighting COVID on a ventilator. And he's looking really gravely ill. In the picture.
Cedric
Ceballos.
Cedric Ceballos for the Lakers?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Former
I think
winner
he played
of
for Phoenix too.
slam
Also,
dunk contest one time.
Right. Yeah, Phoenix and I remember.
Right.
Yeah, when he's in the hospital, he posted his picture. He's hooked up. He's on the ventilator, and he's in the hospital.
I wonder if he's
How old is he?
40, 50.
I don't think he should be in his 40s. He should be in his, but I wonder also, was he vaccinated? Because we could talk around that all we want, but they have said that if you're vaccinated, that you are less likely to get severely ill if you do catch COVID, especially this new strain. So, people got to start having these serious conversations, and I hope the best for them. And I'm not one that passes judgment. I wear my mask everywhere. I don't care. I think I'm gonna start wearing a mask when I have sex, if I start having sex again. So, but the bottom line is,
real talk.
But so I don't judge.
Stay celibate.
This is Talk Your Wish for real tonight.
Man, for real, man. Shit.
Just stay celibate, brother.
You ain't gotta put on your pants.
We done went into extra sexual procedures.
Hey,
girl, we ain't kissing tonight. Put your mask on, goddamn.
But my point is just simply, let's if they saying this about it, hey, absolutely, bro. But so it is what it is, man. There's some serious conversation.
Let me say this. This is what he posted on Twitter. He said, on my 10th day in ICU, COVID-19 is officially kicking my butt. I'm asking all family, friends, prayer warriors, healers for your prayers and well wishes for my recovery. If I have done any anything to you in the past, allow me to publicly apologize. My fight is not done. Thanks. That's what he said.
Mm.
Give you something to think about. I
Well,
don't know how old he is, but
52.
Damn, he said, man, just I. Damn.
We gotta put Guru, we put the mask on. Then we put the
And I-
From the nose,
goggles on.
cuz.
And I will say that the only time he was
That's
an
right.
all-star is when he played with the great Los Angeles Lakers.
And I will say, just like me and Dennis Holmes, he's right between us. Dennis born after me. He's a fellow Leo. Leo the Lion. All right, August 2nd. Hopefully, God willing, you can make another one. Let's say our prayers for that brother.
Yes, we
For
will.
sure.
Yes, we will.
Shout out to my boy who turned 73 last week. The great Terry Bradshaw.
Terry Bradshaw. Oh, that is
four-time
definitely
Super Bowl winner.
That is definitely your boyfriend on the side.
The first person who couldn't spell cat.
Two-time Super Bowl MVP. So I find it hard to believe he could have been voted MVP in a Super Bowl if he only won it because of his defense. Just thought I'd point that out. But y'all can carry on.
No comment.
Since we talking about them Steelers, we got these week 1 woes going on. The Steelers played the Buffalo Bills this week. And from my understanding, this Steelers Buffalo Bills thing has been growing for the last couple of years. I think there was one year, I think it was 2019, y'all played each other. And I think Ben was injured, so Mason Rudolph was the starting quarterback. And he threw that pick 6 to lose the game at the end, if I'm not mistaken, on that one.
I believe so.
And then last year, the Steelers was on a roll. They won 11 games, and I think the first loss y'all took was to the Buffalo Bills.
No, it wasn't us. It was
wasn't the
somebody
first
else.
one?
I want to say it was Texans, but I don't think so. It was somebody else. It wasn't us. They lost to us. I think it was second or third.
Right, and that became a big thing. Everybody kept saying that the Steelers didn't play nobody, or didn't play no good teams. But you play who's on your schedule. I don't understand how they keep saying.
And we played some of the same teams that they played.
Right,
and everybody else played. So I'm just like, okay.
I think the big hype was. I think the big hype was like the first 10 games or so. You guys are playing people that was under 500, and that was what we were saying. So then once
they weren't under 500 every. Okay, wait a minute. That's false though. How are they under 500 week 2?
You sure?
How you under 500 week 2?
Okay,
and that was your first. That was the opponent's first game. How are they under 500?
I said all the teams. All the teams.
Well, you don't get what I'm saying? Week 2. Second game we won, we played a team that hadn't played yet. How were they under 500? They hadn't played a game yet.
Okay, we referring to last year's thing that all under 500. Check the damn schedule of last year and read it.
They might have ended up under 500. They didn't start out under 500 when we played.
Well, I can understand that you want to use those numbers, but anyway it goes, those teams, it was not over 500. They had no winning record. They had more of a losing record. I said, wait till the Steelers play somebody with some good defense. Hold on, we can bring the shit up right now. We ain't got to go far.
Okay.
It's
okay.
not true.
What you trying to do?
I already looked at it. It's not true.
What is it saying?
All 11 teams.
Yak Life?
All 11 teams
What is it saying?
were not under 500.
Yak Life?
Gazar, can you look up the last year's game?
Go ahead, y'all keep going. I'm gonna be the stat guy for this debate.
Yeah, just be the stat. I want you to be the stat guy. That's all I'm asking.
Listen to what I'm saying, though, OG. They may have ended up under 500 at the end of the season. That doesn't mean that they were under 500 when we played them. Not all 11 teams in all 11 games were under 500 when we played them. That's all I said.
That's what Will the Dunbar was saying.
And that's what I understand. And I get that part.
They were saying that in the comments heavy every week.
Every
Steelers
week.
ain't
That's
played
all
nobody
I
over
want
500.
The whole season, and that's the whole first 11 games of that's not true, but that's all right.
Because I think y'all played the Ravens, didn't y'all?
That was one of the teams, but that's fine. It's see what's so funny about it is when they're discussing the Steelers, they were all under 500. Then other discussions, they're discussing the Ravens versus other team. Then they're talking about how great the Ravens are. Some of the same people are calling them trash when you're talking about how the Steelers beat them. But in the same conversations, when they're talking about how they beat to other people, they're talking about how great they were. That's just one example. And so that's the reason why, okay, let's just say that you're right. Let's just say, okay, you're right. They didn't play anybody. And yep, they played somebody with a good defense, and then they lost all the games. Yep.
That's not my point.
That's fine.
That's not my point. My point is, you say Ben wasn't ready. I hope his ass ready week 1. That's all I'm saying. Because
who said Ben wasn't ready? I didn't say that.
Well,
who said that?
They were saying Ben wasn't ready because he wasn't throwing too far. His arm he did have major surgery.
He did have
major surgery.
Major surgery on an elbow for a quarterback.
Right. I said it was a major surgery. You know what I'm saying?
So it's 2 years later now. So
okay, that's what I said. I don't expect that. I don't expect
that
week 1. Week 1, I don't expect to hear that.
You're not going to. You're not going to hear that. Even if we lose the game, you're not going to hear Ben wasn't ready because of his elbow. You're not going to hear that.
So what you expecting week 1, OJ?
W, of course. W and a few sacks. I want some sacks. Put him on his ass.
I mean, well, y'all are a team that the defensive line
put him on his ass
needs improvement. And
wait a minute,
our defensive line needs a hell of
improvement. So
the Steelers ain't gonna put some sacks on y'all.
When they went 11-0, they did play 3 teams over 500, which was Tennessee, Cleveland, and Baltimore. The rest were under 500. Well, the Giants week 1 0-0, but
right. That's what I'm saying. They weren't under 500 when we played them.
Okay, so again,
week 1,
there were teams. There were teams in there. There were teams in there that were under 500.
Yeah, but
but it wasn't all of them. You said all of them. That's what everybody said.
I didn't say that. I didn't say all of them.
I got so sick and tired of hearing that bullshit. Because
it's hard to play under 500 every week.
That's all it was. My thing is this. If you want to talk about how inept the Steelers are at whatever it is, talk about it. But just be accurate. That's my only beef about it. I don't have a problem admitting or acknowledging our faults, our shortcomings, anything. I don't mind admitting or acknowledging any of that.
Okay, so no matter, I don't give a damn about all this shit. All I know is 11 weeks, you only played 3 good teams. Right?
Hey, hold on real quick.
Now that we got the data, now you're changing it.
Real quick,
that's
Will,
okay.
You're still wrong,
I'm
Will.
just asking the question.
Hold on real quick. So Will says,
hold on, Sharon. I'm just saying.
Hey, Sharon, so
saying.
Will says,
what the fuck is this about? All of a sudden, for week 1, under 500. They under 500.
What did Will say? You ain't saying what he
says, oh, my bad. They played Baltimore and Cleveland who had winning records. He's still wrong. They played Tennessee. It's like some Buffalo fans.
But
it doesn't matter. Okay, wait a minute. First of all, wait, Guru. First of all, it doesn't matter. That was 2020 to 2021. We in 2021 season. So whatever happened last year happened last year. Neither one of our rosters are the same, is identical to last year. So I don't really give a damn about last year. That's all you forgot about Tennessee, Will. This is what I'm saying. I understand fandom. But if you're going to come to Sharon and try to make me look bad in front of somebody about my team, not you, OG. I'm talking about other people. I'm not talking about you. You know I love you.
I ain't do none of that.
You know I love you. I'm not talking about that. I love Will too. But if you're going to come and trash me about my team, just come correct with the right damn information. Don't come to me with no social media bullshit spin move, meme created crap that's posted on social media for shits and giggles and oh wow factor.
That's inaccurate.
Come with the right information. Come with the accuracy. That's all I say. If you can step to me accurate and say, hey, the Steelers suck at this, all I'm gonna say is okay. But what I do know is that head to head, our record with y'all is 16-10. So until it's 16-10 head to head. That's regular season, playoffs, everything ever.
Who won last time?
The longest streak that we had winning against y'all was from 2001 to 2016. So for 17 years, y'all couldn't beat us. So I don't give a damn if y'all beat us this year and next.
So what we do?
I don't care.
So what did we
I
do
know
last
we're
time?
the Steelers. I know we are the Steelers, and I don't give a damn. So talk.
But my
you
question
can talk
is,
now.
what did you do?
You can talk and laugh now, but you're gonna cry much later because it's gonna come right back around, and y'all be trash again. So I'm good.
They be talking again.
Trash. Ain't that a bitch? Ain't that a motherfucking bitch? You gonna call my team trash? Ain't that a
Well,
and you know what, OG? I like the Bills. I actually like the Bills. I do. I've always I rooted for the Bills since OJ Simpson, honey.
I don't like them no more.
Like
goddamn right. That's who I was
like
one with him. OJ Simpson.
Mm-hmm.
The juice.
If the club didn't fit, you must have quit.
Yeah, but they gotta win a Super Bowl, man. They gotta win a Super Bowl. All these
those four Super Bowls in a row.
Man. Hey, Guru. We working on that.
Hey, let me tell you, those four Super Bowls, they went in a row. Man,
I love you, OG. Man, you tired in the 90s, baby. I love y'all team.
Hey, I still with them. So what I'm saying is, we coming, Guru. We coming.
I respect that.
All I hope is my running game, my tight end do some work.
You can't get into the history of the game
big time.
With an organization like the Pittsburgh Steelers, who basically, have been, superfluous in a big game, and you guys have been inept. You've been inept.
Hey,
you're running back. You're running back. No, that had nothing to do with Thurman Thomas for getting his goddamn helmet. Okay, not knowing what his helmet was.
Or fumbling the ball.
They ain't gonna do with Ernest.
Or fumbling the ball at a critical time in the playoff game.
It has something to do.
Gonna do with Ernest.
It has something to do with the history of the game. Shit, none of it ain't got nothing to do with me and you. We ain't playing
at all.
So dare show up for a Super Bowl and lose 52-10. How you gonna represent somebody like that?
Easy. Keep playing.
Yeah. I mean, and I'll bet my money y'all ain't getting no Super Bowl this year. So any Bills Mafia or whatever, if y'all want to see the Guru, because I take all bets.
I ain't no fool, player.
Oh, yes, he does. Yes, he does. Guru does take all bets.
I take all bets.
I ain't no motherfucking fool.
We just switched the odds up a little bit. I'm like a little mini Vegas right here in Westchester, New York, baby.
But I tell you what, though.
Yes.
We can always bet on a game. Who your team?
You don't have one.
You don't have an NFL
team. I don't have a particular team, but I do root for certain players.
Right.
Okay. All right.
And he doesn't have a team, NFL. But anyway, that's all I got to say about it.
That's all good. No. It's like this. It's like this.
Dennis, that's all I got to say about it.
Well, I got a question.
It is what it is. I don't have a prediction for the game. I don't know what's gonna happen. It's the first game of the season. I haven't seen these teams play. You can't go by preseason because preseason don't mean shit. So I don't have one.
All right.
I got a question for both of y'all.
Okay, Ron.
Do you think your team did enough in the free agent and the draft to get the problem right with y'all team? Like, y'all might have been slacking on the offensive line or the linebackers. You think they did enough?
Nope. Middle linebacker, we need help. Our running game, our offensive coordinator is a question you want to ask Ernest, because we have not seen no running game. I have not seen my tight end catch enough balls to make the quarterback say, So, I'm just really, really shocked. You know what I'm saying? I did not see no running game during preseason.
Too, but
Shit,
said
the
the
wide
tight end
receiver you
position,
brought
too.
in from Minnesota caught enough damn passes for
No,
everybody.
no. I
I
said
talk about
tight
this
end,
year.
tight end.
No, I understand what
They
you're
don't
saying,
have
but
a
I'm just
tight
saying
end.
that the reason why your team went from, or your quarterback went from average or a little above average to elite is because of the wide receiver you brought in. Let's
Right.
be real about that.
But Guru, check this out. My tight end has not had over 500 yards in 2 years.
Who gives a damn about your tight end? Your tight end was there before he got there, but when the wide receiver came, that's when your offense exploded.
This is where people fucks up at. Tight end is very important.
I'm not saying it's not. My point
Very
is
important.
that your team was
He gonna
average,
catch the ball.
a little bit above average before you got the wide receiver. Your quarterback really wasn't shit. Okay? Then
He was running the damn ball. He was running the ball.
Well, but he wasn't throwing all them long passes the way he was.
He wasn't.
Until you brought the wide receiver in.
Right.
Now,
but what my question to that answer, my answer to that question was our tight end and our running game is an issue. That's all I'm saying.
Well, you can't. Well, you're gonna bring in. You're gonna bring in
offensive
Kelsey?
coordinator.
You're gonna bring in Kelsey then?
They don't need Kelsey.
Don't need no
Well, who they
motherfucking
gonna
Kelsey.
bring in?
There's other tight ends.
Bro.
Tight ends is out there.
Come on, man.
Okay, well that
Don't
might
you
be.
say any goddamn
but
man.
My thing is, Guru, you gotta want to throw it to the tight end.
Most fucking definitely, like Ben Franks over in Green Bay.
Well,
come on,
the tight end has historically been
very important.
The security blanket of most quarterbacks.
Right.
Let's just face it. That's what the tight end has been. Now, in this 2021 NFL, you got these elite tight ends. I believe the guy on Andrews just became the third highest paid tight end in the league behind Kelsey and who's number 2. Okay, so those three are say that again?
Kittle.
Right.
Kittle. 49.
So yes, you have a couple of these tight ends that are elite, but it's not 25 great tight ends out there. That's the bottom line.
Guru, when you get a chance, look up our tight ends and see how many yards we had for the last.
But who is your tight end? Who is your tight end?
That's what he's trying to say.
Knox. Queenie Knox. A lot of motherfuckers, man. We had 5 guys, man, and we couldn't get even 400 yards.
That's a personnel decision, brother.
That's what I said, man.
That's what he said.
That's what he's
saying.
saying. I heard him say that it was the offensive coordinator. Hold up. I heard you say it was the offensive coordinator's fault.
That they're not running. They said that they're not running the ball.
No, that's not what he said. That's not.
It's the offensive coordinator's problem that they're not running the ball.
Offensive coordinator is not running the ball. Offensive coordinator getting the ball to the tight end. We're not looking at tight end.
Exactly. That's
what I said.
That's
what I'm saying. Our fucking running game, our fucking tight end, them yards is high school yards for the whole fucking season. Do your research and check it out.
I understand that. I'm not doubting that. All I'm saying to you is that there's not 25 elite tight ends. And there's some tight ends out there.
You don't need them to be elite. You ain't
okay. I need the motherfucker to catch the fucking ball, man. That's what I need him to do. Catch the motherfucking ball. That's what I need him to do.
Okay, so why didn't they go get the guy from Philadelphia?
That's what I'm saying.
They ain't go get it. He said
he asking the same question, Guru.
But that to me is a personnel decision. That's on management.
If you ask the rest of Bills Mafia, the guy from Philadelphia is washed up. He's terrible. He's done.
No. Back to my question. What do you think, Sharon? You think your team did enough in the free agent?
OG, were you finished giving your assessment of your team? Were you finished? Huh?
Yes.
Okay. So here's what I got to say. First, I agree with OG what he said about his team. And I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say about my team. I agree with what Guru was saying too, because really they were saying pretty much the same thing.
We're saying the same thing.
So what I'm gonna say about my team is we had holes that we filled well. I'm still concerned about our corners. I'm concerned about the corners. I'm not as concerned about the offensive line like everybody else seems to be, because everybody's stuck on last season. So I'm okay with what they did in that area. What's worrying me more is this TJ Watt.
TJ Watt.
That's what's really bothering me, is this TJ Watt situation. because he is a huge part of their defense, especially now that what's his name is gone.
What-
So I'm concerned about that. Speaking of tight ends, I'm extremely pleased with our rookie tight end, Fryermuth.
Mm.
I'm very, very happy with him. He performed very well in the preseason. He comes from Penn State. Watching the footage of him when he was in Penn State, I knew when we drafted him that this dude was going to be the real deal. So I was very happy about him. And he actually, to me, I feel like he performed better than any other rookie from the first round that the Steelers got, the first or second round, first 3 rounds that the Steelers got. I felt like he was the best rookie performer on the Steelers.
Where was he drafted at?
He was drafted. He was our second pick, and I can't remember what number he was.
Okay.
But he was the second one that we picked. We picked Najee Harris first, number 24 in the first round, and then we picked Pat Fryermuth. He was our second pick, tight end, and we needed a tight end.
Well, Ben loves him already.
Well, the tight ends that we had, they dropped.
Hey, Guru, see, he hasn't even played yet. He's already.
He's good. He can catch.
No, I seen him in the preseason. He threw him like good. two or three touchdowns, and I'm not knocking a tight end. All I'm saying about your team is that go out and get one before we start criticizing the people who are supposed to do their job and bring that to your team. You, of course, you need a tight end. All great teams usually have a good tight end. I agree with you. That's football. That's football 101, no doubt. But don't say that it's a coordinator's fault if your player personnel hasn't drafted or went out. The Eagles dying to get rid of that guy, Ertz, right? That's his name. Right?
I heard they want to trade Dallas. The other tight end too.
But see.
Right,
hey, hold on. I'm gonna say this. Let me say this.
Y'all gotta let me finish my take. But go ahead, OG. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead, OG. Go ahead and finish that up. Because I'm interested in what you're gonna say. No,
I'm just saying basically, our tight end just. Our offenses has not worked towards the tight end, and it has not done the running game. That's all I'm referring to. Now we can get anybody. We can get anybody over there, but are you gonna throw the ball to them?
Yeah, I think I understand both sides.
They open.
Both of y'all.
That part too.
Yeah. The GM needs to get the player personnel right. But if you got what you got, the OC needs to know what to do with what you got.
Right.
You gotta be able to do with what you got. Exactly. Until player personnel is corrected, you got to do what you're supposed to do with what you got. That's what you got to work what you got, baby. You got to work what you got.
We had 4 wide receivers, and them son of a bitches didn't catch a goddamn thing. None of them over 200 yards.
And see, that's how we've been.
That's what I'm saying. My offensive coordinator.
But our tight end Ebron that was playing for us last season, he dropped too many passes. He dropped too many passes when he was healthy. He can't hold on to the ball.
Hold up,
but this dude right here, Fryermuth, is the real deal. He has never dropped a pass. He didn't drop any all preseason.
He never dropped a pass.
He's got good hands.
He dropped a pass.
I'm cool.
It's like you shot an air ball. So
exactly.
we're gonna keep it like that.
I corrected that lie.
I'm talking about in preseason. He did not drop a pass. That's the truth. Okay. That's a fact. You can check that.
No, I'm not concerning myself with preseason. That's, to me, that doesn't mean anything. When you have blanks, that's a whole different deal than when you're shooting real bullets. So we're gonna see a lot of people. I want to see Mac Jones.
Yeah, but you gotta remember, I ain't talking about Mac Jones right now. I'm talking about Fryermuth.
I'm just speaking in general.
You gotta understand that this dude coming from Penn State playing Big Ten football, and I mean he played against some serious defenses, and he was able to handle it.
What's the kid? Czar. What's the guy on your team?
Fryermuth was a beast in college, and he's gonna be a beast in the NFL. So I'm really pleased with him.
Our tight end?
No, your wide receiver that was supposed to be so great last year.
Oh,
yeah, CeeDee Lamb. And how many damn passes he dropped last year?
A lot
Please.
of them.
Oh,
He dropped
okay.
a lot.
Yes, he damn
He
sure
dropped
did.
a lot.
All right. And I saw him in college. He ain't dropped that one.
Yeah, he dropped passes in college.
Can I say this?
I never seen him drop none.
Well, hold on, Sharon.
The Freiermuth is the truth, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to this running back core because they changed that up a lot. And
Yeah,
then
I'm looking forward to that too.
But the cornerback is the cornerback. That's I'm not confident in our corners. I'm just not confident.
You don't believe in Joe?
Joe,
well, I believe in Joe, but he's getting old. That's the only thing. He's getting old.
Okay.
I believe in him. I believe he has the heart and desire, but the body gonna do what the body gonna do. Father Time is undefeated, and I'm interested to see how he holds up under the pressure once the real season starts. And so that's what I'm saying. That's you don't hear, how I am, Dennis, about my team. You don't hear me just, oh, we gonna kill everybody. I don't talk all that shit like some of these other Bills fans do. Not you, OG. I'm not like that. I try to be a realist about my team, and I'm just like, okay. But I do feel like we're going. I did tell you that I feel like we're going to the AFC Championship. I do feel that way. I don't feel like you're gonna be able to tell that week one though. And one of the things you got to understand about the Steelers, sometimes we start off really slow. That's why we don't have an undefeated season. That's why we don't
know
have
about this year. Y'all got Najee. He from Oakley, Kazar. He's from here.
I told you with the high school 10 minutes from
Najee is a beast, but they got to open holes for him.
Out here.
Baby, the Yak life, baby, Yak life.
The good thing about Najee is that he played for Alabama. And Alabama is known for running NFL type schemes. That's the only reason why I'm like, I'm more confident in Najee being able to make things happen, even if the offensive line is not as stellar as they need to be. That's the only reason. And for what I've seen him do. But he might be, I don't know. I'm the only thing I'm kind of concerned about him being a little bit too hyped. He needs to just calm down. That's the one thing. He just needs to calm down and be smart and play the game. And then see Blaze putting in there, Steelers are bums.
Don't worry about that.
Wait.
Don't worry about that. We ain't got that much time on
Y'all got to understand that he's a Bengals fan.
Right. No, we know Blaze.
So y'all know he hurt.
Why are you even talking that? Y'all be lucky to go 5-12.
I'm not
even a Steeler fan, but dude.
Hold up, Zar. We ain't got that much time. I gotta get this all out. We ain't got that much time. We really don't. But I gotta get all this out. Now, I'm gonna say this. Talk US Tuesday started 2019. Me and Ron. Ron is as you can see in his background, it's a diehard Falcons fan. And I'm a diehard Eagles fan. Now, I think we played each other week 2 that year. And we ended up losing. The Eagles ended up losing to the Falcons. I think it was on a last minute play. I think Nelson Aguilar dropped the pass. Dropped 2 passes. Not just one, he dropped 2 passes. That could have won the game. And for some reason, 2 of our other wide receivers got injured 2 minutes before the game started. Which I still don't understand what the fuck happened to this day on that shit. This Eagles-Falcons rivalry has gotten deep since like the 2000s. I want to say since Michael Vick was there. It was always about who was the better black quarterback, Michael Vick or Donovan McNabb. We played each other in the playoffs the first time. We beat the Falcons. Then they came back in the NFC Championship game, and we beat them again. But then we played them that next season with T.O. With T.O. with us, the first game of the season in Atlanta, and they whipped our ass. First game of the season in Atlanta, they whipped our ass. And then people was like, well, T.O. McNabb ain't going to make it. And then we end up suspending T.O. halfway through the season. We played the Falcons years and years again. We had the Dream Team, which I hate saying.
Yeah.
The so-called Dream Team.
Yeah.
Went to Atlanta, we was up. 4th quarter hit. They came back, whipped our ass with Tony Gonzalez and the boys. The divisional game for us to go to the Super Bowl, we played the Falcons with Nick Foles. Nick Foles was looking like shit, but nobody want to admit that. He was looking like shit that game.
Mm-hmm.
The Falcons could have won it,
Mm-hmm.
but they didn't take advantage of the opportunity. So
Mm-hmm.
we ended up beating the Falcons that game. Then we played them again that next season. First game of the season, Nick Foles looked like shit again.
And we beat y'all.
The defense still end up winning that game. But this has been an ongoing rivalry. This is the Talk You-ish Tuesday rivalry, me and Ryan. If y'all don't know anything going on in Philadelphia, Ryan gonna say it's garbage juice. He got a whole page of shit he's gonna write about it.
Wait a minute. I gotta say this.
Let me hear this.
It became a rivalry because y'all think y'all were better.
Ryan, there is no thinking. We played the same team in the Super Bowl.
Wait.
But only one of us won.
I talk about between us. I'm not talking about every other team.
Right.
I came to Atlanta. Wait. Y'all came to Atlanta. Y'all
I'm in Atlanta now.
Y'all were talking football stuff.
I'm talking shit now. I was at the liquor store talking shit.
And I'm finna tell you, Dennis, look, when y'all lose this weekend, don't be cussing me out. Don't be saying you black, blah, 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 all that stuff. No, don't say none of that. Just say, player, you beat us. And bow down. That's what y'all finna do, bow down.
Wait, I ain't bound down. I'm mad we lost to y'all last time and I had to go see your ugly looking face on this goddamn show. I'm mad about that. I'm still mad about that last time we played. Fuck that. I ain't bound down. My son playing this time. Fuck that. We winning this one. And see your ugly ass face. You over there smiling from ear to ear like the fucking Joker. You over there looking like Jack Nicholson at the Lakers game. Fuck that. All right. This ain't what the fuck happened this time, goddammit. Just talk the list. But I will say, things got a lot lighter once y'all let go of Julio. Thank God for that. Woo!
But look, y'all still got a problem on your hand because your defense suspect. Now you got to deal with Calvin Ridley.
Who?
Calvin Ridley.
Never heard of him.
Kyle Pitts. You got to deal with
he's a little overrated.
Listen, people. Now I know Sharon's right here, but people used to hype up Juju when he was next to AB. And when AB left Juju, all he good for is TikToks. Okay, so we gonna see what this Calvin really is. All right. So all I'm gonna say,
Dennis.
TikToks are crate challenges, Juju.
Dennis, don't be disrespectful like that.
We gonna see who he really is. And Matt Ryan,
he ain't gonna be that much.
Matt Ryan, he from Pennsylvania. Remember that.
Okay.
Kyle Pitts, he from Philadelphia. Remember that.
Okay.
Just remember that.
Remember, y'all can get this L. Remember that.
This is gonna be some hometown cooking on that ass. That's what it's gonna be. All right.
Well,
we respect all this Southern hospitality that y'all giving us. This L you about to take?
You in my city.
I think the Eagles really gonna beat y'all, Ron.
Okay, it is what it is.
Whoa.
We gonna see.
I still got the Falcons coming out of that division. Really, I think that the Falcons could be an upset in that division. But the first game, I think the Eagles got y'all.
Okay.
Dennis, you in Atlanta now?
I'm in Atlanta right now.
Game of matchup.
I've been here since Monday, talking shit.
And he still love my city.
Y'all got the best hospitality ever. As I talk shit to y'all.
You got some grits since you've been down there?
I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm having a good time. Talking shit.
I love grits.
We're gonna see.
We're gonna see. I don't even know.
We're gonna see.
6 hours away. Maybe I need to take a trip to Atlanta. Only about 5 hours to get there.
It's only 5 hours driving.
It's a nice place, Sharon. Despite now, you gotta watch out for the other stuff. I'll tell you about that offline. But it's a very nice place. That's all I'm saying. But Ryan, I'm gonna ask you, Ryan. What's your expectations for this game, though? I'm gonna ask you. You know, we've been going at this for a long time. You know, I love you like a brother, man. What's your expectations for this game?
Kyle Pitts gonna get 2 touchdowns.
Damn.
You ain't say y'all was gonna win.
Damn.
Hey, I got him in some fantasy leagues, baby.
I'm not finished. Calvin
Pitts
Ridley gonna get 1 touchdown.
That's 28. What else? Keep going.
And we're gonna win the game on defense.
That's 21.
3. He's at 3 and 7 for
He said 2 and 1.
That's 21.
21.
He said 2 and 1. That's 3
How many
touchdowns.
picks gonna get? Only 2?
We're gonna get 2 picks.
Oh, 2 and 1?
Yep.
Okay.
21. Mm-mm.
I just want. I'm gonna say this. We're gonna win the
Matt
game.
Ryan gonna score.
Yeah.
We're gonna win the game, and
Okay.
afterwards I'm gonna be so excited.
Okay.
I might go viral for me screaming out Eagles chants and ATL. You know.
Okay, we gonna see. Don't missing now.
You know I don't go missing. You got the
Don't
wrong guy.
miss
I'm
it.
in the A. What the fuck I'm going missing for? I'm down here.
Don't missing. Don't be
I'm
like,
going missing.
I don't want to see your face on a milk carton and say Red Dinner set.
I'm just want to tell you like Red Fox told Eddie Murphy. Don't take this ass whooping personal, all right?
Okay.
Hey, Dennis, Willa Bombard said that Matty Ice is going for 400 yards and 3 touchdowns. And Ricky Bobby said 24-16 Falcons.
Tell Willa Bombard and Matty Ice they need to go to sleep because they just took the vaccine shot and it got them high. They don't know that. They need to go to sleep. That vaccine shot will get you high, and you high as hell right now. But just remember, I'm going to be right there next Tuesday. Let's know that. Right there. Be waiting. Because I know on Sunday, y'all going to get tired of me on Sunday. I'm just going to let y'all know that right now. Sunday, I'm finna act a fool.
Now, y'all hear this, right?
I don't know, Dennis. The Eagles look pretty bad in preseason, though. I hope they look better than that. I hope they look better.
I can tell you something else, though. The Ravens have won 30 straight preseason games. They only got one Super Bowl just like us to show for it.
That's true.
That's all I'm saying. They got the same Super Bowl we got to show for it.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay.
So I'm hoping they look a little better.
Well, Matt Ryan, we coming for his ass.
Okay, well, I finna tell you this, Dennis. When we beat you, don't be cussing me out. Okay? Y'all finna get this work. Y'all finna get all this smoke. Okay. You've been talking big boy stuff for a long time. It's not personal. It's just business.
I mean, about this ass whooping out.
It's just business.
We owe y'all this ass whooping right here.
No, we owe y'all many times. Or y'all just keep on running y'all mouth.
Yeah, we owe y'all this ass whooping right here.
Okay.
It's gonna get bad. I'm just gonna let you know it's gonna get bad. And that defense that you're gonna say, I just want to make sure when you come on Talk US Tuesday, make sure you tell about that defense. Garbage juice. All right, everything on Atlanta is garbage juice. The way we gonna whoop y'all ass. It's gonna be at 1 o'clock. It's gonna be a 1 o'clock ass whooping. You know what I'm gonna say? It's over. Fucking team is garbage juice.
Remember, y'all in our city now. So.
I'm here right now. Fuck you talking about that? We here. I'm here right now. What you talking about? I came here with the team. Shit.
What time is the game on Sunday? What time is it?
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock. Okay.
He said he came with the team.
Came with the team. I'm in team fashion. Got my team dad shit on. Jalen Hurts. Just letting you know, man. But listen, well, I want to thank OG for coming out tonight, man. OG, you got any final words?
Good luck to everybody in NFL next week or this week. Make the best team win. I don't talk shit during the week. I wait till week 17. Did you make the playoffs? That's where I come in. But other than that, man, I don't talk shit like that. I just enjoy the game. So good luck to everyone. Don't get drunk. And enjoy the game.
All right. Czar, what you got to say, Czar?
Go Bills!
Oh, wait, hold up, Czar. Read the comments. My fault. I'm sorry. Read the comments.
Oh, okay.
Let's read the last of the comments and then let's end the show.
Sipping. So we already told y'all that. Okay, Ebron won't last long with fire move. That's true. Blaze said, "What up?" Little Barnbar said, "Earth's not going anywhere," and Goddard upset he not getting paid. He said, "Our tight end is in his 3rd year, and so is the running back. It's make or break for both of them. Either way, we're gassed up to pass. Talking about the Bills. Blaze said, "Sharon looking like 5-12, 5-12. Ricky Bobby said, "Chiefs were getting calls about their backup tight ends. And Blaze said Pat Fryermuth is the truth. And Blaze says Sharon feeling good about the Steelers. Somebody play some James Brown. I feel good. And then he says, then he says Steelers are bums. Steelers are bums. Yeah. And then he said Cincinnati all day. Ricky Bobby said he's skipping that haterade, talking about what Blaze said about Steelers being bums. He said he's skipping that haterade. Willem Bombard said, didn't Cincinnati beat the Steelers last year? So I said back to him.
That was the team. That was the team.
Yeah. I said to him, and I said head to head, we're up out of 101 games, 65 Steelers, 36 the Bengals, and 0 ties, though. That doesn't mean anything about this season either, right? Right. So that's what I said about that. And then Blaze said the Bengals will have a better record than the Steelers. He said, I talk shit about the Cowboys, but they're going to win the division. And then Damon said, take that bet $100. Do you have Zelle? Would you say, Guru?
Denzel.
Oh,
No, you know, with Czar and Dennis and Ron are gonna have to hit me up with it when I take all that money in a couple of it's gonna be a little while, but you know, we'll get to that.
Czar said, oh, thanks, kid. I'll leave y'all alone now about him not talking about the Cowboys. And then he said, I have Zelle, but it's gonna have to be $85 in the McDonald's meal.
Oh, shit. That's Ocho Cinco.
That's what Blake said. Yeah. Willa Bomber said, I got Juju on fantasy football. Can we please keep him from doing the crate challenge? And Will said, ATL and Eagles been a rival since McNabb and Vic. I can't stand Donovan McNabb. Blaze said, Will and Bomber Claypool is a guy in Pittsburgh. Will said, especially when the Eagles beat ATL to go play the Patriots the first time. And then Will said, yeah, but they got Pitts. He lines up as a wide receiver and a tight end. And then Will said, place a friendly wager, Dennis and Ron. And Damon said to Will, I believe they have. Will said, Matty Ice going for 400 yards and 3 TDs. Mike Davis getting a TD or 2. Ricky Bobby said 24-16 Falcons. And Blaze said, let me pop in real quick. And then Will said, I'm going to act a fool on Sunday myself. Philly don't have a defense. We don't even know who the defensive coordinator is.
Oh, yeah, we do.
I know who he is, but you don't get a name until you do something.
Enjoy himself. And Ricky Bobby said, why everybody hating on Ryan so much? He's not like he was, but 300 or so, 3 TDs. And Will said, I don't know, Matty Ice been getting 4,000 yards plus consistent for 4 years. I mean, for 4 years. I don't know about that. I'm going to check them stats out. Carl Cooper said straight up choke artist about Matty Ice. And Blaze said, I'm off on Tuesdays. I'm going to pop in next Tuesday with y'all. No, you can't come on here, partner. No Bengals allowed.
Who's Matty Ice?
Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan.
He Matty
no
Water
Bengals
Ice.
allowed on the show, Blaze. No Bengals on the show. Not allowed. Sorry. Only real players come up on Talk Areas Tuesday.
Oh,
Bengals
shit. Talk your ish. Oh, shit. Get him, Sharon.
You got to stay at the little boys' table and stay on the
Oh, shit. It's Thanksgiving. You can't eat with the grown-ups. Oh,
can't eat
shit.
with us.
Go with the kids. Oh, shit.
I got to give a shout out.
You got to graduate. You got to graduate first, Bob, partner. You got to graduate.
I got to give a shout out to Richie Bobby and his wife making earrings, females. If y'all need some earrings, get in contact with him on Facebook.
All
right.
Sir, you got any last words?
Yeah.
Your Cowboys play on Thursday, so we'll see you tomorrow with Buck Flair on the Buck Flair show.
Absolutely, man. The season is here. Get your beer, your Zima, get your Arnold Palmer, if that's your choice. Get your pina colada, your Midori sour, whatever it is that you throw down your saliva, and Also, like T.O. said, get your popcorn ready. It's going down.
Bourbon.
Like prom dresses.
T.O. also
Is
said
Dak playing? Dak playing, Czar?
Huh?
Is Dak playing? Is Dak playing?
Oh yeah, Dak's 100% ready to go, full on.
gotta be.
I thought I saw that. I just wanted to be.
Unfortunately, our best lineman ain't playing, but oh well. What else is new?
All right. So, well, OG gave his last word. So, Ron, what you got for last word?
Thank you to the fans, because without y'all, we would not be doing this. Thank you to Dennis Holmes and the chairman and OG and Sports Guru and Zar.
All right. Sharon, what's your last word, Sharon?
My last words is thank you, fellas, for a good show tonight. Good sparring with you, OG.
Good sparring with you, sis.
You know you my dude. You know you my
Oh,
dude.
you my home, my sis girlfriend. Come on,
You know
now.
that we talk, we chat offline, so that's my dude.
Yes, we do.
And it's going down. I guess whenever we play each other, it's always gonna be.
It's always gonna be
prickly.
fun.
But whoever wins, wins. That's just the way it is. Ain't nobody paying me if the Steelers win, so it don't mean that much to me. But I do want us to win. But thanks for another good show. Shout out to all the listeners. Thank you for listening. Please follow my podcast. Did you hear what Chocolate said? There is a new episode up there that I put up about a week ago or so. So just listen to that and catch us on Saturday with the Side Joan, me and Dennis Holmes. We've got some interesting things coming up every Saturday morning, 10 a.m. Eastern time. And we do talk sports, but we talk other things too. And it's been really, really fun. We've gotten a lot of traffic, a lot of people tuning in, so we really appreciate that. And shout out to Stay Tuned, the fellows that come on at 10. And just everybody. I'm gonna give a shout out to Chadwick George and hope you bring your show back soon, dog. We miss you around these podcast streets. So that's it.
Go Giants.
Dennis, you muted.
Guru.
Yeah, I'll be on with my man Mr. Sports Angle on Friday. We'll recap the Cowgirls in Tampa Bay. That's going to be a great game. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm doing some other projects. I'll get that to you. And who knows, I might pop up with a Sports Guru live. I don't know if I'm going to do it on Saturday, but I'll do it sooner, than later. Maybe pop up in the afternoon, because football season's here, and I'm ready to go, man.
Hey,
I'm
man,
ready to
how
go.
you gonna just stop Sports Guru live, man? Come on, man. I've been a
Oh,
fan,
man.
I'm a
Well,
fan.
pump it
Man.
up.
I don't appreciate
Pump it
this,
up.
man. My Saturday nights ain't filled without the Sports Guru, man.
Hey,
I'm
man,
just step away. I ain't hear my soft and warm or nothing. Now I gotta go on my phone.
Dennis, you see what he did? He gave up the show that looked like this for the other. You see what he did?
Oh,
No, well, let me
He
clarify.
gave up to Mia.
Didn't go
He
offline
gave
with
up
They
to
gave up
Mia.
this Canadian queen.
I don't get to see Tamia every week.
Let me clarify.
I don't get to. I
don't like this shit here.
I ain't like that.
I've been doing my show for way before anybody was even started doing these shows.
I
That's
know.
right.
I
agree
used
with
to
that.
watch you. I know.
I am happily retired, so
No.
trying to pass the torch. That's why I started with other people in terms of trying to promote their shows, and I have done my thing. It's for you young folks or younger folks who are really trying to get in the business. I'm trying to help them get to that next level. I'm already where I'm supposed to be. I'm retired, so I'm all about Dennis. The skinny the skinnier version of Stephen A. Smith, and I'm all about everybody else, and I'm all about everybody else doing their thing.
Stupid, man.
Because that's what I'm about. I'm about helping others do their thing. I mean, I was trying to get
David, I'm playing with you, man.
No, but
I
I'm
gotta
just
take a
saying-
shot at you.
No, I'm just saying, I asked Dennis, I told him, I wanted him to get Ron to go to that game. And I just looked at the ticket prices. They $700. I mean, I was about to, give it for $200. I ain't giving Ron $700. Now $200, I'll pay for that ticket. I ain't giving no $700 ticket. Shit, I
don't know if Ron can get there.
Hey, look, I ain't Pac-Man, whatever his name is. Okay,
Pac-Man
But
Jones.
I don't know, Guru. We don't know if Ron can get there.
Well, I'm just saying. So this heart is big, bro.
Well, Ron ain't
just
saying nothing,
that.
so we don't know nothing. So I don't know.
But I want people to just I want to see my brothers and my sisters all be happy and do their things, man. It's about us. So never think anything about that. Hey, that's why I ain't got a football team, but I'm rooting for certain quarterbacks. And enough said. Go ahead, take it over.
We know that, and I'm with you, Guru. I'm with you. That's my boy right there. Guru's my boy.
Hey,
Ron, you able to make it, Ron?
Make me laugh.
That's my boy.
$100 for what game?
Well, it says look at the tickets. They got $1,300 tickets and $700 tickets.
Ooh.
The game they at.
He said for who?
For the Philly Falcons game.
Hey, these my boys, man. These my boys.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying $700 to go to the Falcons game.
Hold on there, Chuzza. Hold on.
I mean, it is.
Chuzza.
We only got a couple of days before the game comes, bro. I mean,
Shit, we can get tickets cheaper than that at the 49ers. 700? Damn.
Well, Dennis, it's up to you, player.
No, it's up to Ron. We don't know if Ron can make it.
We gonna talk.
No. I'm just having fun with it. I'm not questioning about what you're doing. I'm just questioning about $700 for a Falcons game. That's all I'm asking.
Oh, okay. Well, to all the fans out there, thank y'all very much. Hey, Guru,
I didn't pay that much for a kiss before. Let me stop.
What the fuck? Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to thank y'all for coming out tonight. We appreciate y'all support. Please keep promoting, man. Love y'all promotion. Love what y'all doing. We love y'all here on Talk US Tuesday. See y'all next week. God bless. Good night.
Oh, Bill.